Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what's going on? My name is Rex, and this is Daily Chat Season 2, Episode 29 for January the 4th, 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, it is finally the time of the year that we all care about. The one that's been building up, the one that's been holding back this show, actually, for the last 2 weeks. Because it is CES. That's right, the International Consumer Electronics Show 2017 is now up and running. News is just pouring out left and right from every orifice that you can imagine. We have it, Reddit, Google News, all the news outlets. They are just blowing up right now. Tons of big YouTubers are covering the event, and it is going to be an interesting next 96 hours to see what comes out of this show. Over 4,000 vendors, tens of thousands of products. You got to think each person's coming there with at least 3 things new, so you're talking just an insane amount of stuff coming out of this show. I've been following Reddit all afternoon. In fact, I ran out of tabs. I cannot put more tabs on my screen without taking up more RAM, so I just said screw it, and we're going to roll with what we got today and save the rest for tomorrow. Got my 1060 today and installed. Congratulations, Liquid. That is awesome to hear. Power Vids, how you doing, buddy? So let's kick it off and running with the top news story of the day, the one that everyone cares about. Am I hearing an echo? Hang on. Am I hearing an echo? Let me see. Nope. Okay. That's just me. The big news of today, the one that everyone cares about, NVIDIA. While we all know Samsung and Sony and Logitech and LG and all these other companies are there, the one that us as gamers care about, as tech geeks care about, is NVIDIA. They seem to be getting their dick inside of everything lately. And, well, they gave their keynote address earlier this evening. In fact, I had planned to do the stream far earlier than this time slot today. I planned to do it like 3 or 4 hours ago. But unfortunately, though, because the NVIDIA keynote ran at 6:30 p.m. California time, I was unable to do so because I would have been running right into that keynote. But, we got a lot of news from NVIDIA today. For those of you who own Macs, you're going to be very, very happy. Because while we know Mac people get no love at all, give me one sec here, guys. Sorry. This is actually something kind of important. Well, kind of. While we know Mac people get like no love whatsoever in the gaming space, today they announced that they are launching essentially a cloud-based gaming computer service. Hang on. This is actually really important. I've been notified that some issues with the lecture and lab pairings for some of you was not caused by you. This, in fact, was initially the whole section supposed to be taken. To resolve this, we request that if you do not have the same lecture pairing, you may switch your lecture to the following times. Tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, I start school tomorrow, and this was actually critical notice from the teacher because they potatoed up the portal system and everybody got dumped into the wrong class. But yes, NVIDIA announced that they are launching a cloud-based computing system now. So what that's going to mean for people who own Macs is you can actually play games like The Witcher 3, Overwatch, other games people play that I don't own. All this type of stuff now can be played on a Mac because it's going to be rendered off to a portal. And the portal will take care of all the real work. So that was actually really cool news today. They also, I guess, this year, the biggest thing coming out for announcements is everything car related. This AI driverless car systems. This is what's currently blowing up the world at the moment. In the good way, kind of blowing up, not, blowing up. Anyways. NVIDIA has partnered with pretty much everybody that matters. Bosch, Here, Baidu, Audi. I can't even pronounce some of the other companies that they partnered with. They're in Japan. Anyways, they partner with all these companies to create little tiny supercomputers about the size of these 2 phones stacked together. So, not that big, and they are actually pretty beefy machines for, what is going inside of a car for AI integration. It was really cool tech. It's got it's an octa-core system, Whole thing is managed on a little PCB. You can probably tuck it into the dash and no one will ever notice. It does AI controlling. It does AI co-piloting, which means even if you're in manual mode, the AI will still be tracking your eyes, tracking your face, reading your lips to see if you say anything. And if you say, like, take me to Starbucks, it will read your lips and say, take me to Starbucks. It'll plot a route to the nearest Starbucks for you, which is really cool. It has confidence measurement systems, which will say if the car is confident on its own driving to a certain location, or if at different points within the route, it feels that you should probably take over instead of it. It's got the quote unquote deep learning systems integrated inside of it, which NVIDIA has been touting now for the last about year, which is a learning algorithm, which is what everybody is doing now. And yeah, it's some pretty cool stuff, actually. I was a little annoyed when I saw it, but I wasn't annoyed at the news or what they were talking about. Actually, I was actually very, very, very interested in that technology, and I look forward to hearing more about it. Now, unfortunately, kind of late for me to jump on that gravy train of trying to buy stock in that company, but whatever. We all make mistakes. Then we totally don't have Sierra and Cortana. Those are not this technology, Liquid. They're not even remotely close to each other. One is just compared to this NVIDIA stuff, Siri and Cortana, they're just very, very basic, look up and find things that match the vocal pattern. These are not the same technology. This is one of these things that, entire companies could be built on building this technology. NVIDIA just happened to walk into it because they have so much money from their other industries. No, Cortana and Siri are definitely not the same thing, man. So anyways, that is what they're doing, and I thought that was really cool, the fact that they're going to measure confidence, I'm not wild about reading lips. Super not cool with that, or even the hearing in part. I'm not wild about that either, but we're going to come back to that later on. Anyways, that was that was like the really, really big news from NVIDIA. Now, they also have unveiled a new little slimmer, tighter, more powerful version of the NVIDIA Shield TV, which they put out last year. It's a cool piece of tech, I'm not going to lie, but at the same time, though, for those we have Roku's, NAS PCs, Raspberry Pis, for just routing video feeds from one location to another, we have tons of technology about that. Tons. Why are you flickering? Stop it. Bad. Anyways. Yeah, we have tons of those kind of technology. We don't need any more of them. In fact, I don't know how the NVIDIA Shield has sold. I gotta imagine it's sold okay for them to put out a new version of it. Either that or they're really doubling down on this technology, hoping that people are going to want to adopt it, because I don't know why, they seem to think that with the amount of cord cutters going up, that young people are going to want more TVs in their... I don't get it, man. I don't. I know young people still watch a lot of movies, and that stuff is really cool, and we stream a lot of Netflix, which is also really cool, but I just... I don't know. Maybe it is because of Netflix. They did partner with Netflix and Amazon, so I'm actually positive that's the reason why. Because it sure as hell is not for cable TV. It is sure as hell not for that. But yeah, you can actually stream from your main computer here up to your TV. It'll play on both machines, but it's routing the video signal upwards. It's really cool. It's really neat. It's not something we haven't already seen before. It's, it is what it is. If you like remote watching, hey, cool. And if not, well, then this stuff is not for you. They also unveiled the brand new NVIDIA Spot. Okay? The NVIDIA Spot. This is like Siri. And this is supposed to be, the way they pitch this, okay, it is the all-in-one listening device for your house. It will hear you. It recognizes natural speech patterns. It will plug into the NVIDIA Shield, but it doesn't plug directly. It does it over Wi-Fi through the power cable and all that. I think the Nvidia Shield deal did all right, or they want to one up Nintendo even harder. Possibly, man. I don't know. I can't be totally precise on it, but I gotta think the Nvidia Shield didn't do that well. I legitimately have not met a single person in my life that owns an Nvidia Shield TV. I personally do own an Nvidia Shield tablet, but I do not own Nvidia Shield TV. I don't get it. I don't see it. And like I said, either it did really, really well and none of us know about it, or they're doubling down hoping to really kick it up a notch. Getting back to the Nvidia Spot. This thing's going to communicate with the Nvidia Shield TV over Wi-Fi, and it's going to listen in and it's going to respond to your commands. So they played a very classy, high professional commercial that was like, if the guy wakes up, way more chipper than anyone wakes up in the morning. Okay, way more chipper. Nvidia, Spot, start my day. Spot, get me the news. Spot, lift the blinds. It was all this kind of like really watered down. We see these in every commercial kind of systems that they put out. So it was nothing revolutionary. It was nothing at all that we haven't already seen before from other makers. But they had to they got the Google Nest in that commercial, they got a Samsung TV in that commercial, they got a Keurig coffee maker in that commercial. Like they sold out hard for those ad spots. And it's cool and all, but like I said, they pitched it as it's the all-in-one system to kind of help run your house better. Like Google, I'm leaving. Google, I'm heading out to work, or it's a Spot. I'm heading out to work, and he's like, okay, or
okay, shutting down your house,
and it like turns the temperature down and all this other stuff. Cool and all, but you know what? Here's the thing: it listens over Wi-Fi. It talks to the Nvidia Shield. The Nvidia Shield plugs in the internet. It clearly talks to Nvidia, the company, and it's just another device grabbing data and sending it out. Look, there's no reason a company would put this much effort into trying to get natural speech patterns to be that recognized if they weren't trying to mine the crap out of your data. When I'm on my PC and I'm looking up porn and Reddit and playing games and doing all that, I'm fine with all the data you're grabbing. You grab as much as you can hold. But when I'm in my bed, screw off, man. I don't want you listening in on what I'm doing, okay? There's got to be a limit. I don't know which president said it, but they were spot on when they said the rights of the people belong in the bedroom, or like the government doesn't belong in the bedroom. You know what? Government doesn't belong in my bedroom. Neither does the goddamn companies. Piss off. Okay? I don't want you there. It's not worth it. So that is how they spun it. Clearly, obviously, everybody's going to dissect the hell out of that sin and get to the same conclusions I did. They're going to come right to the same conclusions. And yeah, it's just one of those things, man. I don't know. I know why they want to steal my data all the time and keep sending it outwards. But for the love of God, man, give me a break. I'm a pretty boring guy. How many different times can you send back the same data? Oh, he likes to use cocoa butter. How many times can you send that data out before a marketer looks at it and be like, whatever? It's just not. I only buy, three containers at a time. I'm not buying 50. So yeah, that was Nvidia. Now, as Liquid said in the chat, what about the GTX 1080 Ti? What was speculated as and rumored as the most heavily anticipated announced item from Nvidia in the keynote. This is what we all thought was going to come out. We had the speculation, we had the data sheets, we had all that stuff. We're like, okay, CES 2017. CES is when they're going to unveil it. AMD CES RX 490X. Keynote speech happens. And mind you, keynote means this is where they unveil all the stuff. Okay? This is where all big announcements come through. I don't know if I missed it, but I sure as hell didn't hear it. I couldn't imagine. I was only like 3-5 minutes late max to the party of getting the live stream to work, okay? And yeah, that was, I did not hear it. Now, if somebody else can confirm that they did announce it, I would be super happy, but I'm looking it up right now, and I'm not seeing anything about it. I see stuff from like 1 day ago. I see stuff from 11 hours ago, but I don't see anything from 4 hours ago or 3 hours ago, which is when the keynote happened. So I don't know if I missed it, but yeah, that did not get announced, and I'm a little bit salty on that. At the same time, I'm not as salty as I would like to be, mainly because I'm poor as hell and actually blew all the money away I'd saved up to afford it for bills and stuff. But still, I'm a little bit salty. I really wanted the GTX 1080 Ti to come out. So yeah, don't know why they didn't announce it. Maybe they're going to wait for the next game convention for it to come out. But yeah, it's just one of those things, man. It's not out. It's unfortunate. But it is what it is, and it's NVIDIA's thing. Did MSI do anything? I have not heard anything from MSI yet. Mind you, remember, we're only on day 1. There are still plenty of days. You got to remember, all these companies aren't putting news out right away because you will get buried very quickly by other competitors. Corsair, Toshiba, LG, Samsung, NVIDIA, AMD. You know, you got to stagger your announcements a little bit. You know, this block of people go this day, this block of people go that day. It kind of lets because you got to remember too, a lot of people covering the event, press people, they don't have time to run to everybody on the first day. So you got to got to filter feed it through. But yeah, there have been a lot of laptop news coming out lately. Oh, sorry. I'm really tired. My apologies. Yeah, no, I heard a lot of laptop stuff came out today. A lot of it. And in fact, an Asus released, I think, a $10,000 laptop. I don't know anyone buying a $10,000 laptop, man. I have the article pulled up here. It's somewhere in my freaking ocean of tabs. But yeah, they did put out a huge laptop, and it's crazy how expensive it is. Here we go. It's Acer. My bad. Acer debuted a $9,000 laptop. Apple's new MacBook expensive. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So in Las Vegas, the computer maker unveiled the Predator 21X, which is the first notebook computer with a curved screen. But don't forget the features. The real jaw dropper is $8,999. That curved 21-inch display is 2560 by 1080 in a GTX graphics processing unit. System also boasts 5 fans, 64 gigabytes of DDR4 2400 RAM, 512 hard drive. Basically, laptop equivalent to owning a Ferrari. Gonna be honest, I think at that point I would actually rather just own the Ferrari, because yeah, that is insane to say the least. God, that's so much money. Look, it's 21 inches. It looks pretty sick. And I'm sure Linus Tech Tips will do a fantastic review when they get one of these. But, oh my god. And they don't even say, they just say an NVIDIA GTX graphics processing unit. They don't even say which version. It's got to be a Titan. You would honestly think at $9,000 they would give you a Titan graphics card. But I'm curious to know, what do you guys think? If you had the money, if not, like, say you didn't have like $1 billion where $9,000 would be nothing. Say you had, like, you know, oh, what the hell? Piss off. God damn it. Go away. Say you had like $100,000, okay? After taxes, say you're down to $70,000, but you don't have any mortgages or anything to pay. Okay, say that's just $70,000 cash for you. Would you spend $10,000? Or yeah, I guess it would be $10,000 after, you know, all the taxes and shit to get up there. Let's round it off to $10,000. Would you spend 1/7 of that free money on a laptop? Keep in mind, most laptops, now I say most because this type of laptop is a little bit different. Most laptops you can't upgrade. They're a one and done kind of system. Now with these new like MSI Dragon or Titan laptops, they do say you will be able to upgrade for 2 cycles. But that still is only 2 cycles. That's not a whole lot of expansion. So would you spend 1/7 of it on a laptop, even with a 21 screen? Mind you, I hate to tell you guys this, 21-inch screens are not that big. I use 27s, okay? They feel like an appropriate size. I have two 24s above me. They seem okay. Like, they're a decent size. But going to 21, 21 is small, man. 21 inches is small. Just like, ask any woman. After you've had somebody who's 10, it's hard to go down to somebody who's 7. It just does not feel the same. Now, if all you know is 21 inches screens, then okay, hey, those might do you some good. But yeah, I could not imagine it. So that was the big news from laptop makers today. I'm sure tomorrow we're gonna get a whole bunch more news. Now, something that happened mid to late last year, but is gonna be expanding more this year, is teaching kids how to code computers. Now, the whole STEM system, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, that initiative made by the government has been they've been pushing that for quite a while. That's been being pushed for I think the last 4 or 5 years for sure, to my knowledge. And they want to get kids into computers more. They want to get women into coding more. No, because this is now we live in a time where it's not about working with your hands, putting up skyscrapers and riveting in things and manufacturing items in a factory on an assembly line. That point of our history here in North America, that's essentially dead and gone. Okay, that point of our history is essentially dead and gone. You need to be a little bit more versatile now in the ways of intellectual property, coding, computers, technology as a whole. IT is where North America sits now. And one of the big companies that has really tried to make an effort to get very small children into this field and promote STEM is actually Legos. Legos has had their, what the hell is it? Their robotics series. I don't remember what it's called. But they've had their robotics line of stuff for quite a bit now. And they've been teaching kids how to build robots and, wire them up and all that. Now, mind you, very rudimentary things. You're not soldering stuff in a Lego kit, but still very rudimentary stuff. Coding is really hard. It is really hard. Believe me, I know. I'm fucking doing it right now. It's wicked hard. I'm so glad I have my friend to teach me, because other than that, I'd be screwed. Okay, it is wicked hard. But you have to get started somewhere. No one ever, and I mean this in the most literal, non-hyperbolic way I've ever meant it, every single person started with the thought of, what the hell is a variable? They all started that way. No one ever did not start that way. Ever. Anyone who tells you they didn't is lying flat out, plain and simple. No one is that smart. At least the people who are learning things. People who are developing, that's a little different. People who are learning, definitely not. Anyways, they've had their little kits, and now they're gonna try. They have a new kit that teaches kids how to code. So the company's launching their new building coding set at CES. The kits lets you build 5 different toy models, including a cat, robot, dog, guitar, and help sensors and motors. The move follows the success of Mindstorm. That's it. Lego Mindstorms is the name of it, which are often used in computer science classes. Last year, Lego's We Do 2.0 robotics kit to teach science concepts of elementary students. So yes, there you go. So now this is what we're going to see. And as you can see here, the girl's working on the little tablet. She's clearly not coding raw code, but it's pseudo coding where she's kind of doing pre-built code sections and linking them together. So it's like a pseudo form of code, but it gets your mind going into that train of thought, which is really the more important part of it. That is really the most important part of coding, is just trying to get your mindset wrapped around it. One of the people who I can just make basic code. I just got through coding level 1 at my university. Trust me, I don't know a damn thing. I know how to call libraries and make random variables and do little fun number pyramids. I know how to do really stupid stuff like that. I don't know how to make a real program. Not at all yet. And I won't learn that till next year. So yeah, trust me, I'm right there with you, man. But yeah, it's getting your head into that mindset of a stack, the flow, how variables call each other. It's trying to learn about that kind of mentality. And the younger you start a kid, the much easier it's going to be for them to learn those concepts later on. Because coding is a very abstract way of thinking if you want to be a good coder. And actually, if you ever look at somebody like Google or any of the big companies like that, they look for what are called, I think the term is Black Ops coders. Black Ops coders are, or at least that's the term I know, but I could have a different term. They are people who never went to school for coding. They never got a computer science degree or anything. They are people who are self-taught. And the reason why companies look for that kind of stuff is because your way of thinking is outside the box. Your way of thinking is different than how you would attack a similar problem from somebody who went into school. So they like that type of stuff because, you know what? All problems that you're going to come across when you're coding programs are not straightforward. Oh, well, this is it, so I will do this. No. Some of the stuff is like very, very out there, and the way you work around them is a mindset thing. It's not even a knowledge thing. It's a mindset thing. So I think that's really good for students to try and get into that point. And I think this is a great way to get them going. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. Here's a good one. Kingston announces a 1 and 2 terabyte flash drive. You know, for the people that want to take their media library on the go. But yeah, since the first disk drive back in the day, etc., blah, 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 blah. Where is it here? These drives themselves are 2.83 inches wide, about that wide, and claim to support full USB 3.1 Gen 1 speeds, although I doubt the flash is going to get you the max of 5 gigabytes per second. They have a USB Type-A and Type-C connector for easier connectivity with the USB Type-C and Android devices. Both of these drives will ship in February, but Kingston did not mention a price. No doubt that they will be extremely expensive. If you buy one of these, please back up your data. I'm pretty sure if you're buying a 1 or 2 terabyte thumb drive, you are using it to back up data. You're not backing up the data on the flash drive. Or at least, God, I hope not. Oh, my chest. So that news actually just came out not that long ago. I think it's really cool. This was a very expected announcement. Now, it wasn't like expected by the community, but just in terms of tech people, we expected a company at some point to unveil a 1 terabyte drive because we already have 256 gigabyte drives. So this surprises absolutely no one, or at least it shouldn't, if you hang out in the tech sphere, as it were. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Nikon. The new beginner's DSLR instantly beams all the photos to your phone. So this is the Nikon D5600. And yeah, it's a very good beginner SLR, just like the D3400, which is the new version of mine, which is the D3200. And yeah, it goes for $799, includes an 18 to 55 millimeter lens. Because you gotta remember, DSLRs actually natively don't come with lenses, so they come in a kit. And yeah, it uses Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connections to send the photos from the camera to your phone. It's really cool. It's called SnapBridge. My camera already had a Wi-Fi ability to do it. I think now it's just more seamless. Gonna have to leave my internet. Oh, okay, man. See you later. But yeah, my camera could already do Wi-Fi, and I think they could do it for quite a while. But I think now they probably made the user interface ridiculously easy to work with. So that's really cool. But I see the appeal for some people, but really, Do you want the space on your phone being taken up by photos? Like, is that really what you guys aim for? It's not what I aim for. It's not what I aim for, but hey, to each their own. This was actually very unique in something I did not see coming. Actually, you know what? Before I do anything, I'm gonna quickly. That should have worked. There we go. Oh. Perfect. So anyways, yeah. This news came out just a few moments before I went live. But the Chromebook. I know a few people who own Chromebooks, okay? They're not as rare as you think. But Asus has launched a $500 Chromebook. Now keep in mind, a Chromebook was a computer invented to kind of give you ease of mind for people who are older. People like mom, dad, grandma, grandpa. That's what these things were for. Asus, and they were supposed to be really cheap, about $300 or less. But yeah, Asus decided we need a premium version. So this premium notebook that will be available in different configurations starting at a base price of $500. You can end up paying a lot if you're willing to spend money on a Chromebook. It does flip. It features a 12.5-inch full HD multi-touch display, 360-degree hinge. Configurations include an M3 and M7 processors, 8 gigs of RAM, and a 128 gig storage. Aside from the backlit chiclet keyboard, the Chromebook Flips also features 2 USB Type-C ports, 1 micro SD card, 802.11 AC Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 4.2, and an HD webcam. So yeah, it's premium. Asus is going to charge $500 for the base model, and it'll feature the M3 processor, 4 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of onboard storage. Configuration goes up from here, as does the price. The top line model will cost north of $1,000. Wow. $1,000 for a Chromebook. I am going to be watching that really, really closely, because at $1,000, you are treading into real laptop territory. Might not be brand new laptops, but you are definitely treading into that territory. So it's going to be a little bit worrying to see if people actually go for it. Because guess what? For $1,000, those specs were not that good. In M7, those are mobile processor chips. They're not that good. You got 8 gigs of RAM. Not that much RAM. We have video cards with more RAM than that. HD webcam, probably 720p, so also not that good. So it gets to be a little bit concerning. It's like, what are we going to see out of the company? What are we going to see out of consumers, that is, from the company when they put this thing out? Is it going to work? For $1,000 on a Chromebook. Look, I get it's 12.5-inch screen, which is nice, and it's probably light as hell. But still, on Chrome OS, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. It's going to be one of those, let's sit back and watch and see how the market reacts. Mind you, that's what CES is for. CES is a time when we want to see what the market thinks of ideas. And if this doesn't go over, they might scrap the project. Right now, I can't imagine they have a lot invested. It's not like they have to fabricate any of the stuff. It's all purchased on wholesale from Intel and all the other companies. So we'll see how the consumers react at CES. I personally, not a huge fan. Now, if they could give me the $1,000 model for $500, I would be all over that like white on rice. That's an amazing deal. I could turn that into a home streaming machine without an issue. But yeah, we'll see what they say, man. Big Snot, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Just talking some CES right now, man. Just going through the top articles of the day, trying to see who's blowing it up at CES and who's really just kind of floundering out like they do all the time. This one here was a fun little thing. I didn't even know they were still doing this. LG says it's abandoning its modular phones. I didn't know. Though it's becoming already clear that LG is pivoting away from the concept of modularity through the disinterest in developing module editions for the G5 which sold poorly in the debut of the non-modular LG V20, the company is now confirmed to Wall Street Journal that it is in fact abandoning the concept altogether. An LG spokesperson at Wall Street Journal that consumers are not interested in modular phones, that the company is going in another direction with its forthcoming G6 device, which could be released as soon as February 2017 at the Mobile World Congress. I didn't actually know that was a real thing. G6 has a 5.8 inch screen or 5.3 inch screen, 2560 by 1440 pixels, curved back, etc., etc. All the basic stats you see from high-end flagship phones. Cool story. POF is rocking time. Hey man, that's awesome. Good for you. You go get you some. Modular phones. I really don't. I thought they were a neat idea. In the same way I thought the Chromebook was a neat idea. Oh, hey. Thank you very much, Clockwork. Yeah, I thought they were a very neat idea. You know, to see a modular phone replace the camera, replace the battery, what have you, replace X, Y, and Z kind of things. Very neat stuff. But I think it was just too ahead of its time. Like, legitimately. I think it was just too ahead of its time. I don't think that they really kind of felt the market out fully. And I think they just really hoped that the concept was going to be neat enough where people would really kind of like latch on and go for it. But yeah, it's just, I'm not surprised that it floundered. Hell, honestly, I really thought the idea floundered out years ago. It was kind of like one of those things like, oh, that dude's still alive. Holy crap, I thought he died ages ago. It was kind of like that feeling when I saw the headline of the story. So yeah, the LG G5, if you bought a modular phone, thank you for trying to support the idea, but maybe in 20 more years, just like with 3D glasses and TVs, we'll revisit this idea and maybe get a different response the next time. Don't hold your breath. Let's go into, let's see here. I want to cover that tomorrow because that's actually a really cool story that I just don't want to do right now. Let's do this story here as our last story before we just like kind of hang out for the day. LG's new 4K OLED is thinner than most smartphones and can be wall mounted. Look at that. You can see it. It looks like a sheet of glass. Oh my god, wow. The 65-inch W7 OLED TV is just 2.57 millimeters thick, thinner than most smartphones, including the iPhone 7 and the Galaxy S7. The innovative design of the W7 series of LG's is less is more philosophy, stripping away everything that emphasizes the beauty of the screen alone. Wow. The thing includes 4 HDMI ports, 3 USB ports, an optical audio port, and a bar which also supports Dolby Atmos, which is like multi-point surround sound. Along with the TV, it also has impressively light. The 65-inch model comes in at 17 pounds. And the other variant of the TV 77-inch screen comes in at 27 pounds. That is insane. Dude, do I have anything in this office? Oh, here. Oh, crap, I can't do it because I don't use the webcam anymore. If you guys can see, this arm, okay? I use 15 pounds of counterweight to prevent the microphone from flying forward, okay? That is almost as much as that entire TV. You don't even need an actual, like, stand, like a wall mounting stand anymore. You can actually just put 2 nails in and hook it on. It's not gonna fall. Oh my god, wow. Hey, what's up, Jimmers? How you doing? Clockwork. Yeah, wow, that's amazing. I wonder what the total... Yeah, dude, there you go, man. 17 and 27. Go get you one. I'm sure it'll look nice in your house in Arizona, man. That is bananas. Velcro tool, absolutely, man. Just get, like, that really heavy-duty... Oh, here. I can actually show you. Go to the store. Sell some of this. super heavy duty Velcro, and you're good, man. That's all you need. God, man, LG, they are like obsessed with making. How thin is too thin, though? There has to be a limit at some point to how thin a TV can physically get. Just like they're gonna run into the same issue as that we did with actual like microprocessors. You're like your CPU, where you can't get any thinner before you get to new materials. Like eventually, it's just gonna be a sheet of glass, and just have like, you know, all the voodoo magic like bubble up the display onto the screen. Flexible display, we already have that. We already have flexible displays. So it's like, I don't know what to say next, man. Like, what is the next thing we're gonna have? Like 17-inch curved thin displays? Like, in fact, I've been looking at the idea of curved. Oh God, that hurt. I know, Clockwork. That probably just made you cringe like crazy, man. Don't worry, it made me cringe too. I've been like tinkering the idea of getting a curved TV, because the one I have now, it's a 10-year-old display. Okay. What the hell? My like entire webcam just froze. Okay, there we go. That was so weird. It like I went like this and it just like froze, but it wasn't the camera, it was the capture card that did it. But yeah, what were we talking about? Yeah, no, the TV I have now is like 10 years old. It's 52 inches. It's a good TV, very quality TV. Actually, I love the TV, but it's just like, for me, I like to keep things upgraded. I like to keep things like, you know, new and relevant, as Clockwork can definitely attest to. He knows the type of lifestyle I like to live. So it's like, I've been looking at like one of those 4K curved Samsung or LG TVs, but oh my God, have you ever tried to research a TV? There is a lot of stuff you have to think about that you never even knew about. Like, first, like, that's why I watch people like Linus, because when Linus reviews a TV, he'll talk about stuff like the HDMI port decoding and all this other stuff I never would think about if I was just going to go buy a TV. I would just go buy a TV like, I want that one. But no, man, now there's like so much stuff to put into the consideration of it that, so annoying. But yeah, I might get one, man. I might get one next year, or not for sure, not next year, probably the year after. But based on the CES 2017, though, we could be getting 8K HDMI ports really, really soon. Like, forget about 4K. That's 2016, man. The resolution of the world of tomorrow is 8K thanks to the new HDMI specifications. The HDMI forum is in charge of HDMI announced that the version 2.1 of it will support 8K at 60 frames a second and 4K at 120 frames a second. Oh, dude, man, that is... Jesus. The data transfer rate is at a staggering 48 gigabits per second. The 8K resolution, which is 7680 by 4320, as opposed to 1920 by 1080 on HD, is top of the heap when it comes to the ultra high definition resolutions. However, there's a good chance that we could see even higher in the future, as scientists believe that there's an infinite amount of numbers greater than 8. Oh my God. Look, how much... At some point, it's going to be just go outside. Or actually, would it even be better than going outside? Who knows? I bet that weighs more than 17 pounds. That's hilarious. It's funny because it's true. But yeah, man, like, goddamn. What is 48 gigabits a second? What does that translate to? Let's find out. I'm very, very curious now. Data. Computers, data transfer rates. Here we go. That's 40. Here we go. 48 gigabits a second is 6 gigabytes per second. Wow. 6 gigabytes. I don't even know. Do you guys even like... look, if you're like me, you will be floored by that. But do you guys like get a concept of how fast and how much data that is? Like, oh my god, it's like staggeringly large. And mind you, that's still nothing compared to like, enterprise data transfer rates. But it's getting up there, man. And to think, we're creating this data transfer rate, we're creating these standards in this technology so we can watch Stranger Things and Fuller House on Netflix. Okay? Like, let's really we're not using it to cure cancer, and no, we're using it so we can watch Stephanie Tanner and all her Fuller House glory. Like, just always keep that in the back of your mind. But yeah, man, that was that's crazy, man. Like I said, CES in the next like few days, we are going to get a lot of really good news coming out from this industry. A lot of really cool things. And what sucks is there's even stuff I have a huge interest in. I know none of you guys have even the most remote interest in. But I know that I have it, and even I won't get to have that news because everyone who I know is covering the show won't cover any of that material. Which really, really sucks. There might be some people, but I'm going to have to look for people who are at the event, filming every day, posting up like 10 videos a day. And even think, 10 videos a day. If you're there for the entire time, that's 50 videos. There's 4,000 vendors, man. You did not even hit half of 1% when you record that many videos a day. It's bananas, man. So I think, okay, we're not going to wrap the show here, but we are just going to like hang out and talk for a little bit. Like I said, guys, over the last like 2 weeks, and I was going to cover CES to the best of my ability. Those are all the top stories of today, and I'm definitely going to cover more of them tomorrow evening. But, yeah, Clockwork, how was your Christmas and how was your New Year's, man? All the kids doing well? None of them end up in jail? Good parent. And other than that, if you guys notice, I also took off the follower-only mode. I'm going to be tinkering with it over the next like little bit. What's up, 187? How you doing, man? I'm going to be tinkering with the follower-only mode. I like the idea. I really did like the quality increase that we did receive from not having those people in the channel. But, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I'm going to play with it. I'm going to play with it over the next few days. It was cool because they actually talked about the follower-only mode today on Drop Frames. Which was, I guess the real announcement that came out about follower-only mode. And Co-Carnage, of course, took up the mantle of, if you're a small streamer, i.e. my size, don't use follower-only mode because right now you need every viewer. Right now you need everybody talking in your channel as much as possible if you're trying to grow your community. I want to respectfully disagree with Co on this one, actually. Co pulls in 8,000 people a day. Believe me, I have no valid opinion next to him when it comes to streaming or quality assurance or anything like that. I have no right to even have an opinion on his opinion. But because it's me, I'm going to have an opinion on my actual standpoint because he's talking about people like me. But at the same time, though, he has no idea of what it's like to be at this size anymore. When you're at that level, it's like being rich. Like, when you get that much money, you forget the people beneath you, okay? You don't remember what they were like at all. And that's fine. But I'm going to say that having the follower-only mode, kind of a nice thing, actually. Because, you know what? Even if you're not partnered, even if you only have 7 viewers, 14 viewers, 25 viewers, you still don't want garbage floating around your channel. Look, you might have a huge-ass pool 2 miles long. You still don't want somebody dropping a deuce in the very far end. Even if you can't see it, you sure as hell don't want it. You know that. So I think that he's wrong in that respect. I think that follower-only mode is good. Maybe don't go ham with it, but, sparingly use it. Very sparingly. If you get a quick bot rate, follower-only mode, 2 minutes. Bam. That put help. Follower-only mode, 1 minute. Instant end to the raid. Instant end. It's perfect. Yeah, Damon, I see you, man. I'm talking, dude. Like, don't worry. I'll acknowledge you when I'm done my speech. What up, Super? How you doing, guys? And how you doing, Damon? But yeah, so I think from that perspective, Co is totally wrong. He was saying if you're under 100 viewers, you need every viewer to count because you need to get you need to get that community, that garbage word I hate so much. You need to get that growing, and you need to get every number. But at the same time, though, you got to think though, what type of baggage do you want to take with you to the top of that mountain? And that's a personal streamer choice. I can do it with both. I just prefer to not do it with the other. But if I have to, I can do it with both. You need every viewer to count to get the community. Fuck that. No. While that idea is right, and even that statement is correct, until you're on it, until you're in that position where you see the type of people you get at that level. You got to remember, at 100 people, you will get a lot of crap filtering through your channel. If you want to get 100 people, you want 100 quality people, high-end quality people. Just like if say you're running a business, okay? You don't want trailer trash walking into your store. You want professionals walking into your store, doctors, engineers, lawyers. You don't want trailer trash Joe who comes in like with a goddamn wife beater with a chili stain right here and a Bud Light in the hand. Nah, man, you don't want that. So while that premise is correct, and I'm not denying it's not right, at the same time though, when you're in that position, and now that you have the option to not have to do it, it depends on what you're selling. You know what? Even if you're selling a subpar dollar store, you still aim to have better customers. You still aim to have, like, quality people. Oh, okay, I wasn't sure because my... yeah, I know. If you sell a tractor, that might be fine. Even at a tractor, you want the farmers with money. You don't want poor people in your channel or in your store. If you go to a John Deere dealership and say, I want to buy a combine, well, they want to sell you the best combine they can, and they want to know that they're going to put out the best product possible for you so you come back. But at the same time, though, if you're a crap person who doesn't like pay your bill every month or whatever, they're not going to want to do business with you. Same thing with this. It's like in chat, you want people who are quality. You don't want people who spam the word penis every 5 days. Look, I've been several times at well over 100 viewers. That's why they say in the application, it has to be more than one time, because it has to be consistent, not just a one-time event. Because I have several points in my stream history where I've hit 700 viewers, 200 viewers. I've already been there. So, and believe me, I can tell you, having already been there, those type of people you don't want. Those type of people are garbage from front to back. Like, there is nothing redeemable about them whatsoever. That's why I'm so happy with the viewership I have. Because I get actual talks, I get actual comments, actual questions. I don't get,
Penis.
I don't get that crap. Because I don't want that. Go fucking bother Pink Sparkles with that shit. She'll like it. No, man, I did not see it. That's where good mods come in. You're right, Clockwork. That is absolutely where good mods come in. Now, that's also another thing, too, is I did change all my mods' powers. I actually gave, like, my mods were mods in the sense that they had a sword and an icon, and if they had to ban, they could ban, but they were really restricted. I opened the floodgates to my mods now. I've told them, if anyone in chat pisses you off even remotely, or you feel they shouldn't be here, or they're just being idiotic, at your discretion, handle it. Just don't even tell me about it, just handle it. And at some point, I'm going to input either a database feature or a Google Docs feature even, where if anyone gets banned, the mods can just automatically enter who it was and what they did. And then I can just go look it up. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. I know Carnage has a system like that, and it's really neat. I think his mod Barry actually created it from scratch. Like, he coded the entire system. So, I don't have that option yet, but I will eventually. And let me check my payable one more time, man. But yeah, no, it didn't go through. So don't know where you sent it to, man. What's up, Liquid? How you doing, man? So I did try and do simulcasting today on my Atomic Professor channel in the gaming talk shows. I might try it again tomorrow, but I was getting a few dropped frames here and there. So yeah, if you guys follow both channels, you don't worry about it. Just tune into this one. I'm just trying to stress test the system on that end. to see if the bandwidth can handle it. Because while I can broadcast out to 2 different services, I've never tried broadcasting 2 accounts within Twitch itself. 2014? Oh, snap, dude. Wow, that's rough. If you did, man, that would suck. Because I'm not Little Rex 2014. Although if you click the button, man, it should have sent you right to the stream tip page. Last time I saw you were drunk as fuck, I think. Yeah, Soundin'. Yep, dude. So you haven't been here in over a year. If that was the last time you saw me, but yes. And we were actually just talking about viewership and quality of people right before you entered the channel. And yeah, I didn't mention it directly, but yes, I was talking about that night. I clicked the chip chart. Yeah, man, that's so weird. No idea. It should have taken you right there. I'm sure we'll figure it out eventually. But yeah, dude. Welcome back, Sound. Welcome back. Has the same GFX as you? It might be me. Somebody link it. Don't worry about it getting deleted. Somebody link me the channel. It might be me. I own a lot of Twitch accounts. I have like 30 some odd Twitch accounts, okay? So it might be me from when I was like playing with different names trying to figure out what I wanted. Yeah, yeah, man, because Twitch just implemented a few days ago follower-only mode, just like sub-only mode. So now you can actually like control who's talking in your chat to a decent level, and it helps a lot. Yeah, that's me. Yep, that is me. Wow, this is old, man. So when I decided I was gonna try and start streaming, I was playing around with different names. And I couldn't get Little Rex, and I didn't know why. But I was like, okay, we'll start throwing a year on it. So I took Little Rex 2014, and then I couldn't get, I think, the YouTube channel for it. Or I couldn't get another social media, and I want all my social medias to be the same. So I said, screw it, and then I went and made Little Rex 2015, and I got all those. But yeah, this is me. This is me, and holy God, that's old. Following 1. Oh, wow. Who do I have following me here? Okay, I follow Val D Boogie. Boogie was streaming back then? Jesus. Oh, okay. Well, look at that. That's something else, man. But yeah, so yeah, I don't know why you would have clicked that button though, man. That's so weird. So yeah, you might even find Lyrics 2013. That'll also be me. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna lurk now because I'm tired. Yeah, man, no problem, man. No problem. I'm going to be wrapping up here, and not too short, in a little bit, because I got school in the morning, and well, I get to go handle a whole bunch of bullshit stuff that the academic advisor is going to have to fix in the morning. I sort of got being 30 and being back in the university, man. You just want to fucking shoot yourself. You really do. You don't even care anymore. It's like your teachers know you don't care. I'm alive. Hey, man, what's up? Welcome back. So, Sound. How you been, man? Is this your first time back on Twitch or just back on my channel? Until January 9th? Dude, lucky you, man. I start tomorrow. And then I actually have a class on Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday morning, and then going back into next Friday. It's gonna be a awful experience, but at the end of it, it'll be 4 months of work completed in 5 days. Which, hey, how do you really argue with that, right? Like, you just knocked out 4 months of time in 5 days. If you could do an entire degree that way, you could get the entire thing done in, like, a year. It would be nuts. Because a regular degree is, like, I think a regular degree takes you 48 classes? Is it? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Yeah, 40 classes to get a degree. So you could if you were to do a course every 5 days, you could actually knock an entire degree out in 1 year, which would be so good. Imagine how many more people would be happy that way, dude. If you could like just fast track all of your classes. But my school ended on December 23rd. I ended on December 22nd. And you go back on the 5th. That's pretty neat, man. But you're also an instructor, so, you know, for you it's a little bit different than the position I'm in. But yeah. That's what I get to do tomorrow. So I have to be up bright and early. Thank God not bushy-tailed. I'm super happy about that. And yeah, get to go talk to academic advisors. Clockwork, do you remember us having to go through that, man? having to go plan classes and crap like that before they allowed us to do it. Actually, Clockwork, were you there when they let us do it online? Or were you still doing it by pen and paper at the registrar's office way back when we were in class? Dude, I miss, I gotta tell you, Clockwork, man, kind of miss being in school back then. We had a blast. I don't remember what game you and I were playing back on our phones, but it was like this ridiculously potato game way back in the day where it was like, it was Google Maps based. And yeah, I think they wrote it in stone. Yeah, I remember we got our grades written in stone. I remember that. But yeah, we played some really potato game based on Google Maps, and I tried to take over my school, and some dude came up and kicked my ass. And I even spent real money. It was the only mobile game I've ever played where I bought microtransactions. And even to this day, even though I only bought $10, God, I feel like an idiot. I feel like such an idiot. So ever since then, it's like I will probably never buy mobile microtransactions ever again. And I say mobile because I will sure as hell buy Hearthstone and Overwatch microtransactions for days, son. Like absolute days. But actually, on that note, guys, I'm probably going to, oi, dickhead. What up, Steve OG, man? How you doing? I was going to wrap it up, but if you guys have anything more you want to talk about, by all means, throw it in the chat channel. I'll give you guys, like, 2 minutes. At some point, the show will get back to 3 hours, I promise. At some point. Just not now. Not now when there's, like, a bazillion other things going on in life. And, yeah. Kind of makes me happy I do this show, though, and I don't do, like, gameplay. Although, every part of me thinks that when I play games, I should just turn on the stream. But, you know, there's some days you just don't want to be on camera. If you have, like, no pants or whatever, getting ready for bed. Yeah, man, that's a lot of the channel. Oh, I have a topic. You gonna play anything? Nah, man, I'm gonna get to bed. I gotta get up in the morning. Well, obviously I have to get up in the morning, but, you know, I have to get to school. PayPal being fuck-ups. Yeah, dude, that really, really sucks, man. Yeah, you might have to call PayPal and find out what's going on there. Because, yeah, I got nothing here. Good to see you stream again. Can't wait for the CES info coming soon. Yeah, man, tomorrow night, same time. Same time we're going to cover it. And, yeah, we're just going to keep going from there. So, other than that, guys, I'm going to peace out for the evening. Thank you so much for tuning in. Where is it? If you're watching... Where the hell is it? Not connect. On. Oh, there we go. So yeah, if you guys are watching on YouTube, remember to hit the follow button. If you guys are watching on Twitch, remember to hit the follow button there. And other than that, guys, man, I've been Rex. This has been CES coverage day 1 for Daily Chat Season 2, episode 29. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see all of you next time.